Let's go. Nick, you have such a great memory of details. Like Simon's Black Gloves is so iconic.
Okay, so when you see a big burly German man sitting at your desk, half naked, wearing black latex gloves, you don't need to have a good memory to remember that sort of thing. That's just the kind of thing that sticks around in your brain for the rest of your life. And with that, we're live. Welcome everyone to the Creature Conference. That is the kind of I should have gotten out the warning extreme latex content to let you know what you're in for this evening. Marco and I were just reminiscing about our dear friend Hydra and how he's been a worshiper of Slaanesh for a good long time. And yeah, just what that means for our friendship and the things we experience in his presence.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
All the pain, all the suffering, all the pleasure.
Oh god.
Pleasure, you say?
Oh god.
Of course. And
It's
the latex
Slaanesh.
gloves
Come
in
on.
Nick's kitchen all night.
Oh, it wasn't my kitchen. That was my bedroom. He was at my desk was in my bedroom, and he was in my bedroom shirtless. It was hot.
Even better.
It was like June in Canada, and it was hot. And oh shit! I just realized the Warhammer box that I had sitting on my desk earlier that Nora came over and was like, "Oh my god, new Warhammer stuff!" I made a cardinal mistake. I left the price tag on it. No! I don't know if she saw it, but she was like, "New Warhammer." I'm like, "What? You told me that you want me to like get one of your friends playing Warhammer. I need some terrain. Come on."
You know, mental health. You told me so. Remember?
No, you joke about mental health. Today part of the reason I'm late is that this has been, I don't know. I feel like this week's been a lot, and yeah, like I look forward to talking to you guys. But like, I took a day off work today because I was just like, I just needed some time for my mental health.
Of course you do. Hugs over the ocean. Trust me, you need it.
Yeah,
we all need it.
I agree.
Actually, it wasn't a joke because the Non Queen. One of the Corona talks we had when we were streaming while Corona was still hot and the bigger thing was that she was so understanding about our hobby because she said it's really important for mental health.
Yeah, so I'm a very lucky man.
Yes, absolutely.
But like I got to marry a very smart lady, and she is very understanding about like what the hobby is and what the hobby can be. And like wait, when did we talk about this? Because like every time I think about this, Marco, I think about your friend Agus.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the story you told me about his situation. I don't know how much you want to go, but like he had a situation where he was with someone who was not accepting of the hobby, was kind of minimizing of the hobby.
Absolutely. In front of others.
Oh, I forgot the in front of others part. That's the worst.
Well, she was making some sarcastic comments while they were together on parties, like,
"Oh no,
you and your stupid science fiction hobby."
Oh no, that's
always like those kind of dagger stabs all the time.
Yeah,
and I don't know about you guys, but we all talk about me being older. I still vividly remember how it is being a nerd when it wasn't cool.
True.
And when you were being mocked about this and feeling bad. Actually, small story here. I still remember my first proper job after my graduation. I had decided to just stand up for myself from then on because I was having a job. I was being a grown up. I was not being shy anymore, and I had a white dwarf in my workplace.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, and what, like, unless, you know, a lady never reveals her age, but can you give us an idea of what year that was?
I think it was, I was about like 27 or something, like it was 1999.
99. I could not, okay, so like, I've had in 2019 or 2018, that's when I started being comfortable bringing my hobby to work with me. A good 19 years after you. Like that's impressive, man.
But the story is rather sad because I was leafing through my White Dwarf, totally excited and happy about me, my life, and my hobby. And my boss was asked, "Oh, what's this?" And of course, old young Marco was, "Oh, I'm standing up for myself. I'm no longer ashamed. Haha, look at this.
Yeah.
It's a White Dwarf." And my boss, I will never forget this, casually leafed through it and said, "What a pile of shit," and went away.
What?
That's the whole story.
Oh my god!
That was so bitter.
Wow, that is like the like of all the stupid shit you could say, that pretty much takes the cake.
Yeah, thank you. So right now, I know these days I'm a company director. I'm the boss myself. And
So you get to tell people that their soccer matches are pieces of shit.
Absolutely. I make
Revenge of the nerds.
Make it a point wherever I go in my company that I'm a fucking nerd. That it's totally cool and okay to celebrate being nerds.
Well, I mean, I feel like you've mentioned this on stream before, but for anyone who missed it, you have a Mandalorian. Is it Mandalorian armor in your office?
Yeah. Yes. It's a Boba Fett armor in my office. It's screen accurate life-size Boba Fett. Like it stepped out of the movie screen.
So that's a pretty bold nerd thing to do.
But the funny story about this is people are so uneasy about being in an office with a big Boba Fett statue that they don't mention it at all. It's very rare to say,
I thought you were gonna say that all of your meetings run to time because everyone's like, "Oh man, I just want to get out of the gaze of that Boba Fett."
It's so funny because people step into my office the first time, and you really can't overlook this life-sized big son of a bitch.
And they're just like, "Hello, everything's normal."
90% of the people coming in there the first time don't say a word about it. I always think, if I was in your place, I would always make a comment about this is cool or "Ooh, this is rather unsettling" or something else. But most people don't say a word, which is so weird.
Wait. Marco, important Star Wars question. What's the name of the insignia? Like, is there a name for the Mandalorian insignia that looks like a mammoth?
Yeah, it's the Mathorn. It's the Mathorn sigil.
The Mathorn?
Mathorn, like like swampy, dirty mud.
Oh, a mudhorn.
It's a Mathorn.
Okay, so I'm sure you have a version of this expression in German because we steal everything good from German, but there's an English expression, the elephant in the room. Yeah, it means that you're not talking about something that's obvious.
Yeah,
so your Boba Fett is the mudhorn in the room.
That's an awesome way to say it. Perfect.
Don't mention the mudhorn. I glanced at it once and I got away with it. I don't think he noticed.
I guess probably 90% of my employees are just ashamed of me being like this these days, but you know what? I can afford it.
Yeah, who cares? Well, the cool thing is that you doing that makes it, like, more accepting for other people to do it, probably.
I hope so. At least that's what I tried. It's part of my deal.
So, my experience with bringing the hobby to work with me,
yeah,
it was very much inspired by other people. I did not have this good idea myself. So one of them is Koska Made. He's involved with like the Kroot stuff. He's a member of the Siege of Petch thing.
Okay.
He's a guy, I don't know if you follow him. He does a lot of AdMech stuff, but he you know him if you follow him on Instagram because he's always posting pictures of himself like rock climbing. But anyway.
Okay, I think it's good. Yes.
So he does a thing where no matter where he goes, no matter what he does, he brings his hobby with him. Like he paints basically every day. And, like, if he has to travel, he's like, oh, well, I'm going to bring a little container with some paints and a brush and my models, and I'll paint in line waiting for the airplane.
Okay, awesome.
So, like, his level's a bit extreme. Like, I don't go quite that extreme. But he taught me that, like, it's easy to bring your hobby to work with you. Like, you don't have to bring, like, your whole giant workstation.
Okay.
Anyway, so he was, like, one influencer, and I'll come back to that. But, like, the main influencer was a friend of mine who I met when I was teaching English in Japan.
Okay.
Her husband, he started doing Warhammer just like out of interest in painting, and I was like, "Whoa, that's super exciting! That's so cool." He's like, "Yeah," and like I take it to work and I just have my models lined up on my cubicle. I'm like, "You have models lined up on your cubicle?" Because I'm like in nerd stigma mode. I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
of
that's
course.
so brave. And he's like, no, whatever, it's fine. Like I talk about it with my colleagues. So he inspired me. He's like, I'm like, oh man, thanks to him, I'm gonna take my models to work. So I went out and I bought this like special like display case for my patriarch that I made for my Gene Stealer cult. And I'm
Yeah, of
like, I'm
course, I
gonna
know.
take this to work. I'm gonna perch it on my shelf so that people can see it. And then COVID hit, and then I was working from home forever.
Oh,
So I finally got up the courage to like display my work at
yeah,
my
of course.
desk, but I didn't get a chance to.
Ah, shit, so close.
But what I did do, I guess, is because of Koska Maid's inspiration, and because I was like working on the Kroot project and I needed to get it done and all that,
Yeah,
I would bring my painting to work with me, and every day at lunch I would go down to a meeting room on the ground floor and I would paint.
awesome.
And then we also had this thing at work called Make Something Monday, which is like usually it's a lot of women knitting, but I brought
Yeah.
my hobby stuff and I like
Wow.
did it during this lunch meeting where we're supposed to make stuff.
But it was in Japan, in Japan yet, yeah?
No, this was in Toronto. This was
In Toronto,
just
okay.
before COVID. Yeah,
So how were your coworkers about this?
they were
How
very
were
interested. Like they were like, "Oh, what is that? Oh, that's cool. What are you doing there?" Like they were super
okay,
accepting.
cool.
But like I work for a charity. I don't know. I feel like you work for a charity too. I feel like people who work for charities are more. I don't know if they're more open-minded, but they're sometimes more empathetic. In my
Maybe
experience.
they should be, yeah.
Yeah, they should be. That's a good response.
Yeah. So Flynn, how about you?
Yeah, tell us about your hobby and your mental health and whatnot. As much as you're willing to share, that is. Like, don't do anything uncomfortable.
Tell
So
it
yeah,
all.
like, hobby has been main thing keeping mental health going during like lockdown, work
Yeah.
getting busier and busier.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like as restrictions ease, more people come out, more work, but there's less people to do all the work.
Okay.
So just having that bit of escapism of just going off, cutting up a model, sculpting, whatever, just helps a lot because you
Yeah.
I just zone out as I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So it's also why I get stuff done so quickly. I just zone out and just start doing it.
You've been
Do you-
so busy recently.
Do you
have
take it to
That's
work?
fine.
Do you mean?
No, so I don't take it to work because there's just not the space
Yeah.
to properly do it. But I show the guys at work the stuff I make and everything, and they're more like impressed by it and stuff because it's more of a people are more understanding of like, yeah, there is nerd hobbies, there's all these other things,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they understand. They're a bit more appreciative of that when we were younger. Like, kids are mean. Kids are always
Okay,
mean.
kids are
Yeah.
assholes. I say this to my wife all the time. I'm like, it's a good thing we don't have kids because kids are assholes, and I'd have to like, I don't know, I'd have to beat my kid or something. I know you're not supposed to beat your kid, but when I hear about like bullying and some of the shit that like my friends' children deal with, I'm like, I really need to not have kids. I would go like full screamer killer on not just anyone picking on my kid, but picking on my kid's friends. Like I would be mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the one thing that is there are two type of people who always tell you the truth: kids and drunk people.
What about drunk kids? They're like the
Yeah,
Oracle
well,
at Delphi.
Awesome.
Because have you ever had a kid? If a kid says like thinks someone's ugly, they will tell them. The drunk person
Yeah.
will say
It's
it as
true.
well.
This is why kids are terrible. We shouldn't have them.
Absolutely, because I was just thinking about in Germany. Normally you would always have like a beatific smile on our face, like, oh, kids are so good, they're always honest. And I'm thinking, honest isn't always good, believe me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, we need Simon here to temper us with his like, no, kids are amazing. They're so great.
Yeah.
I love them so much. To be clear, I love kids. I don't want them. Like there was a time when I assumed I was gonna have kids because that's what you're supposed to assume. But then my very wise wife was like, "Yeah, but have you ever considered like not having kids?" I'm like, "Oh,
Really?
why would I consider not having kids? I'm gonna have kids. I'm definitely gonna have kids. I'm supposed to have kids." She's like, "No, but like actually take some time and think about what your life would be like without kids, and then compare that and think about what your life would be like with kids and see how you feel." And I'm like, "What? This is sacrilege." And I thought about it, and I'm like, maybe I don't need to have kids.
Wow.
Man, it's a good thing my mom doesn't watch the stream. She'd be so pissed.
Of course she would be. But that sounds so grown up.
Think of the disposable income.
Well, the situation is that we live in one of the most unaffordable places in Canada. And if we want to be able to afford a house here, it might be helpful to not be spending that money on kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like some people might be like, oh, that's so like mercenary and like, oh, like just you thinking about yourself. That's so selfish. It's like, no, man. Like we can get into this conversation if we want. This is interesting. I didn't know what we were going to talk about tonight, and as you can see, I'm not working on a creature. I just really want to work on some terrain, maybe for my mental health. But I was like, what are we going to talk about? But this is really good. I love talking about this kind of stuff. And we should definitely check in with people in the chat and see what they're saying. So, Flynn, why don't you just take a spin through the chat and let us know what's going on over there?
So I'll first go who we've got. So we've got Bug Heist, Mama Negan, Diana, and Metal Beard Faye. Eric has just turned up.
Welcome, everyone.
Yay.
So Diana's gone. My family refer to it as playing with my little men.
Yes, I have a friend, I think I mentioned this last week, who refers to them as my little roars. Like, you know, like R-A-W-R, roar, like the
Rawr.
cutesy way of saying roar. She's like, oh yeah, the little roars. But Diana, how do you feel about that? Like, I mean, if you feel comfortable sharing, when your family refers to them as your little men, how does that make you feel? Like, are you okay? Because like there can be like jokes. Like, I had a friend in high school refer to a Screamer Killer Carnifex as the love bug because it looked like it wanted to give everyone a hug. I think I've told this story before 1,000 times. But yeah, so I was okay with that. And like when my buddy now calls them like little roars, like I know she's actually kind of interested and like she's a creative person herself. So I don't feel like that's pejorative, but like if someone like Marco was talking about with his friend Agus, that could be pejorative if someone's like, oh yeah, your little men, why don't you go play with your little men? So how do you feel about that? Let us know if you feel comfortable.
Mama Negan, she says, in regards to the Boba Fett armor, I think they imagine themselves to be stormtroopers.
Wait, don't you have
you.
that too? Don't you have Stormtrooper armor as well? I thought you had 2 suits of armor.
I've got a Sandtrooper actually, but
Sandtrooper.
absolutely. But thanks, Mama Negan. This makes it totally believable because, yeah, of course, if you're a little Stormtrooper, like, oh shit, there's Boba Fett in the room. Let's not see him. Maybe he doesn't see us.
Yep.
Just back out really slowly.
Absolutely. What a great image.
So Diana's just responded saying, mostly I know they're trying to get to me, but it doesn't. When my nephew does it, it's cute.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. So maybe we can tolerate those kids. As long as the kids aren't bullying you about little men.
Yeah.
So Mama Niggas also says, I packed a little sculpting container for when I went off to my grandpa to sculpt some Vespers a bit every day.
Nice.
She also says, Pinky should not get kids when the first thing he thinks about is drunk kids.
Hey, listen,
Good
my
point,
wife keeps telling me I have too much scotch. We gotta put it somewhere. Because I'm not drinking it, so
Not into the kids.
oh, right. And Marco, despite your name, you are not to eat the children.
Sorry. They're tasty.
You're just seasoning them with the extra flavor.
It's a marinade. Is marinade a word
That's
in
the word,
English?
yeah,
Yes.
I couldn't figure it out. Marinate.
Yes.
It is.
I'll tell you what I tell Simon's wife, which is if you're not sure if something is a word in English, just say the German word with an English accent and you'll be fine.
Okay, nice.
She always like comes to me, she's like, Nick, we have it in German. It is kindergarten. What do we have? What is it in English? I'm like, just say it with an English accent. She's like, kindergarten. I'm like, yeah, there you go.
So let's all be Kinderfresser today. Like this?
Kinderfresser we don't have. That would be baby eater in English.
You should have. You should have.
That's my favorite German word. Captain Kinderfresser.
Yes.
If you wonder why we're talking about eating babies, is it Moloch? Is Moloch the baby eater?
Yes, it is.
Demon?
Absolutely.
So where Marco got his High Fleet name from, High Fleet Moloch. Moloch is a demon that eats babies, from my understanding.
And why wouldn't you if you're a demon?
They're delicious.
Why wouldn't you?
The most purest of souls.
Oh my god. What the
So
fuck?
Flynn, you've been extremely busy with your giants the last days.
So I'll let you into a little secret. I did kind of do these over a few days, and I'm just posting them all in one go.
Dude,
So
that is called sanity. That's fine. Don't feel
It's
that you
also-
need to explain anything there.
it's also so I'm ready for Nidvember.
Yep.
So as soon as it's Nidvember, it's everything Nid.
Clear the dragons out of the tube. Dragons. Clear the giants out of the tubes.
Yeah.
Hey, so speaking of like mental health and posting, I got real sick of posting Crutoberfest stuff this week. I was like, I don't know. I'm still into Crute, but I set myself this goal of posting one post every day during Crutoberfest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I also tried to do this thing on my Instagram where I have this kind of like pattern to it, where I post like a photo with a white background, a photo with a black background, and in between I post a photo of a work in progress thing.
Yep.
Because, you know, I'm like mildly visually motivated. But yeah, so I was like doing that, and like honestly, I hadn't had as much time to work on Crute as I was hoping to. So a lot of it was like posting on back catalog stuff, kind of not exactly what Flynn was talking about, because I think Flynn did his work recently, but like the Crute I was posting, I posted them before, some of them, not all of them. But yeah, I hadn't just made them. I was just like, oh shit, I need to post something today. And it got to a point where it felt like so much work.
Yeah.
That I just got to the point where I was like, oh god, I'm so tired of this. So I posted 18 days in a row, and then I was like, you know what? Now I'm just gonna post when I'm inspired.
Yep.
Yeah.
Life waxes and wanes.
What was that?
Life waxes and wanes.
Yeah. And like, yeah, that's a really good way of describing hobby mojo. Like your hobby mojo waxes and wanes.
Absolutely. You know, when I was in Egypt, my Janine, my partner, had brought some canvas and some colors with her. And the days before leaving were so hectic that I just didn't think right about what to prepare, because I got all my traveling stuff and my diving stuff and my filming stuff with me.
Yeah.
But you really should have brought some models with me, because when she was painting on her canvas, I was always thinking, damn, it would have been so easy to just bring some sculpting stuff with me and just some hobby stuff, and just I'll never have so much time and peace of mind again when I'm back at home.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, although it is like sometimes there's the challenge of packing. Like I've had the challenge where I could fit hobby stuff or I could fit photography stuff and not both.
Yeah, of course.
So I've had to choose, but it's also the case that so what I was mentioning with Coscamade and like how he inspired me, what I've really found is that what helps me bring my hobby stuff is having like a dedicated like little tiny hobby case that I know can like just fit like a few tools in it, and just like a few models, like not feeling like I have to bring my whole workstation. So that's helped me with like traveling and hobbying at the same time. So, you know, next time you're in Egypt.
Yep.
But good on your partner for thinking to bring her art stuff.
Absolutely, she was smart.
Yeah. So Eric and Chat said, I can relate. Feeling like you have to post can ruin it. I do have a lot of old projects to post though.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I've talked about this before, but there's times when I feel like if I've ever posted something on Instagram, everyone has seen it and everyone knows about it, and that is simply not the case.
Absolutely.
Like there are other accounts that will post like 15 pictures of one model, or will continuously repost models that they've posted a few times before and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's me, for example.
I wasn't actually thinking about you. I was thinking about other accounts.
Well, you should, but no worries, all good.
Oh no, because my thoughts were a bit pejorative. It's like, oh yeah, those fucking guys who just kind of fucking.
I know.
So I wasn't thinking about you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the ones that I get annoyed with are the ones that just reposting other people's work.
Oh, you
And
mean like
they
that bastard Warp Shadow? That
I
stupid
always
dude.
moron who's just ripping off
Oh
everyone else's
man,
shit and just like
he
posting
doesn't.
it.
He
Is it?
doesn't even ask. I was told he
He
doesn't even
doesn't
ask.
even ask.
I
We,
mean the ones that don't even that have like the person's name in the comments, but you have to in the description, but you have to tap on the description to see the name.
Oh
Those are
yeah,
the
so
ones
it
that
looks
get
like it's
annoyed.
their own. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think
So
I think if our today's headline is mental health and the hobby, it's
yeah,
always a fine line we write on between passion and burnout. I mean, I've been out of the hobby for 10 years because I was burned out, like totally burned out. There was
yeah.
nothing inside me. And I'm so happy to be back these days. But I always remember how it is being burned out. It wasn't fun.
No. And yeah, like there's setting yourself ambitious hobby goals because you want to achieve them or you want to test yourself and see if you can.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
yeah, the other side of that could be burnout.
that's what I'm saying. It's a fine line because you always want
Yeah.
to grow with your hobby. Like in every part of your life, you want to grow. You want
Yeah.
to become a better. You want to make some progress and to see how you're affecting the world and your hobby and your stuff. But you always have to watch out, be careful of just not doing too much, not going in for the wrong goals.
Yeah.
That's what I did in the end.
Yeah, we've talked about that when we did the
Yeah, no,
interview with you. Feeling like you gotta chase the fuck. Why doesn't this fit?
absolutely.
Oh, you little bastard! Come on. Is this the wrong one? 4.
Wait, what's that piece you're trying to squeeze it?
So there's like a little
That's
light
fu-
that goes on the roof, and it's supposed to like lock the plates together, but are
I
there
don't
2
think
little
that
lights?
goes on the roof. That's the side piece for a light, I think.
Oh my god, there's 2 lights that are the same light? Oh my god, I hate this. That's 4. No, I totally clipped it out. It's 4.
That looks like it's one of the ones that go to the side of it. Not
No, they say it's 4, and it's definitely not
Hmm.
fitting in this stupid little gap. Like, it cannot. Damn it. Is there another one hiding somewhere? Because there's 2 of the same sprue, and they both have number 4 on them. And let's go out of here.
unless it's the underside it goes on.
Oh, did I put them on upside down?
No, I mean just
Nope.
check the other side.
What the?
Like it goes on the.
Yeah, like it's the only one. It's meant to go here, and it's too long to fit in the gap. So I'm supposed to like put it on top? This
Most
is
likely, yeah.
stupid. Okay, screw it. I'm going rogue.
I
There we
will
go.
say we all.
Now it'll fit. Little shit. So how I talk to my dog when he's pissing me off. Little shit. There we
What?
go. Oh yes, they're all sweet all the time.
Always.
Until their
So
balls
just wait-
drop and they decide they don't want to listen to you anymore.
Absolutely.
And they're little shits.
I'm always laughing. In Germany, it's a common thing to just say your dog is all the best, and he's no. Dogs are so good. We don't even deserve dogs.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's true, but dogs can be such assholes.
True.
They can.
Yeah.
They can.
Because they're testing you. They're like kids. Little assholes.
Absolutely. Yep.
Sorry, what were you saying in the chat, Flynn?
So just going to read because everyone's actually already posting what they're working on without us even needing to ask.
Great. Glad to hear
It's
it.
even better. So Dwarfenage, he said he's going to post a vampire later today. Shocker.
Sweet.
It'll actually be a finished kit bash though.
Nice.
Peter Hampson's managed to snag the York half of Dominion and wanted
Ooh.
to do some minor conversions on the big Nashtooth riding boss, but not sure what to do. Possibly change the head of the spear.
Mhm.
Tom Wilson has been posting updates on building a new vivarium that has been completed and housing a lizard for over a month already.
What?
Nice.
I think a vivarium is what you call what's it?
Oh, a terrarium? but for
Yeah.
some other
For
creature?
lizards, yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. So what's a terrarium for?
I think
It's
smaller ones.
Oh, cool. I've never heard that term before.
really
No, I don't
in
know
Germany.
much about.
In Germany, it's usual. It's like it's the proper term for saying.
I think we just call them all terrariums here, or I've just not been in circles with people who are up enough on those particular kinds of pets.
Okay.
Or it could be the terrarium's like the overarching term, and then vivarium is a specific.
Specific?
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd never heard that specific term. That's really cool.
And Eric is finishing a metal sign and finalizing the Assassin's Creed Crute, then the Thrak Crute.
Sweet. I am working on this bunker thing from it's like a piece of terrain for Kill Team. I just freaking love it. I just think it's the coolest piece of terrain. I love this bunker. I can't explain it. It's just so chunky and amazing. So yeah, I'm smacking that together. But it kind of pisses me off that it only has one wall at the back, so I might have to like add some or something.
Well, if you turned it upside down, you could turn it into a dice tray.
Yeah, that could work too. But then I have to leave the wall off. Yeah, I mentioned before that I'm really excited about the possibility of Kill Team, but I don't really have any good modern terrain, so I need to fix that by making some terrain.
So when you want to actually play some games?
Yeah, I know. Shocker, eh?
Woo!
Well, I'm fortunate in that I have my wife keeps finding me friends of her friends or like partners of her friends or stuff like that who are like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to play Warhammer, but like I didn't have the money or like I didn't know anybody who played Warhammer who lived near me. So she just keeps dragging these people in. So I have to they're the people who tell me I need to play Warhammer.
So she's desperately shoveling some friends onto your lap.
Yes.
So you don't have to turn onto your internet boyfriends all the time, yeah?
Why are you streaming with those internet boyfriends again? Haven't I got you enough real world boyfriends? Yo, these instructions are not... Wait. No. Yeah, these instructions are not good.
Ignore the instructions.
What the hell? It says this piece is B7, but B7... Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, see this instruction here? Oh, I don't know if you can see that. It says this big long piece here is B7. And then, but on the sprue, this tiny little piece is clearly B7. God,
yeah, ignore the instructions. Just look at the images because a lot of the terrain ones, I've got a misprint on them, I find.
Ouch.
So they actually don't match up to what's actually on the sprue. I've noticed it a few times with some other kits as well, so I just go with the picture of what it's meant to look like.
Smart. Yeah, that's annoying.
Dwarfenage has had to go as well.
Bye, Dwarfenage. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And Mama Negan, she's currently painting the Colonial Marine plus Ripley and Newt as a commission piece.
Nice.
Yes, I see you from another Colonial Marine.
Marco, are those tiny little hands?
What?
Yes. Thank you for watching. These are actually what I'm working on today is finishing my finally finishing my Fallen Hero Knights, and Tower Model Maker was genius in expanding the box and
they're chest hands. Oh, I love that.
Exactly, and having some chest hands instead of the usual gun and shield you have with Imperial Knights. And
that is brilliant.
Simple piece, he made me throw all away what I had done before and just magnetize them all, because right now I can exchange it.
I'm just thinking it's a T-Rex when I see
think we've lost Marco, you froze for a second. Are you there?
I'm still here.
Oh, good. Now we can hear you.
I'm really thinking about adding some more little pieces to make the Night Titans capture some Tyranid specimens with these guns.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Oh,
Perfect for this, actually.
Damn, I like that idea.
hang
I
on.
think nobody bought them besides me, but I really saw the potential.
Oh, I'm
in
pretty
the
sure
end,
other people bought them. You really think so?
Yeah, they're so out of there.
What?
They
They're
just
so out there?
they don't fit any rules for the models.
Oh,
They
who
don't fit any
cares? Rule of
rules.
cool.
But normally you have a gun like this. Take a gun.
Yeah,
And you have a shield. Take a shield, and it's always like this.
yeah.
And Taro made so many little parts and so many different guns that now you can exchange all this shit and say, "Oh, I have 2 guns. Woo! Look at me."
Yeah.
New. And this is still very usual, but now you can have 2 arms, which is so out of there.
That is cool.
Woo.
I'd want to make them like really industrial feeling, like the powerlifter arms on the
Yeah.
Alien.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is so cool. I don't know why, but when it comes to mechs, when they've got like their primary weapon arms and they've got like secondary manipulator arms in their chest, it does it for me.
I love it too.
I mean, I need to do it on a
totally-
Tyranid. Damn, that's a good idea.
The thing is, when I first finished these, I had
Yeah.
the guns at the arms magnetized and sticking out like this, like in front of
I'm
me.
coming for you.
Yeah, it was totally hilarious because like, stop, stop, stop! I want to chase you. Ah, let me catch you! And I had to pull them apart again because it looked so bad. And I was laughing so hard because I made this stupid mistake. And I pulled them down a bit. So now they're more serious and more okay. Stop, stop, please, no, don't run away. Oh.
So are you enjoying your Titans, or are you excited to have them done?
I am totally enjoying them because I think it's been the first project like for 10 years which has really been passionate for me, like with all cylinders
Good.
firing.
Good.
But I am at the same time happy to have a deadline with next week and finish wave number 1 and say, okay, that's it now, off to painting.
Good.
Because I see how much more could be done, but the project has been so huge and so big in every aspect that
Yeah.
I just couldn't get it all done as I wanted it. So it's good to see a deadline and then maybe make the fancy stuff later.
True.
But yeah, I'm enjoying them totally.
Good.
There we go. I think I know what would be one thing that would be good to use for to use as the specimen tube.
Yeah.
It's from the Sector Imperialis objective markers.
Can you still get those? I thought they were sold out.
Let me see.
Check it
'Cause I
out for me.
Thought someone
they're
was
up-
being like, "Oh my god, look at this prize that I got. My store still had these. They're sold out everywhere."
They're technically out of production, but I'm sure you give me about 20 minutes, I could find one.
Please do it for me.
At what cost? Wait, before you do that, what's going on in the chat?
Chat is. That's it. Oh no, chat is just updated now. Peter Hams goes, speaking of painting aliens, I have the Prodos alien queen waiting for me to paint her. I'm torn between painting her in the classic movie colors or going with an original scheme.
What? So where's the difference? Oh, original,
Original,
new-
like your own.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah,
I get it now. Classic.
it's got to be classic.
Yeah, for me.
Could throw in some like color change paints, so
Oh.
give it more of a different look to it, because obviously we only really see them
I was just
in the
laughing
dark.
because I got a 1/4 scale queen in my hobby room, like a meter large queen, and I thought it is like movie paint scheme, but it isn't. It's much more elaborate. So of course, do what you want.
Oh, like you looked up the movie paint scheme and then you looked at your thing and you're like, "Whoa, no, this is different."
Exactly.
Ah.
For me, it always looks like I imagined it, but if I'm being strict, it isn't painted like it was in the movie. Because movie stuff is always, most of the time, is painted pretty crude, actually.
Oh, and then
We
the
all-
lighting makes it happen.
Absolutely.
And like other
I find that-
effects.
I've got a full-size queen head on my ceiling, like a life-size one,
Yeah.
which is like 2 meter 60 large, just the head. And it's painted exactly like it was in the movie by someone who worked on the movie, and it's pretty crude if you look at it.
Yeah. Fix it in post, Marco. They fixed it in post.
Yes, they always do.
So, Marco, have you heard about the Alien TV show that they're working on?
I have, yeah.
What do you think? Well, I guess there's no information yet, but
Well, I think the internet was pretty much occupied with Ridley Scott's quote recently, where he said, "My original movie is always going to be better than this," which is of course going to be true.
fuck Ridley
don't
Scott. I'm so tired of Ridley Scott and
Yeah.
his bullshit. Like, I remember when he came out. Okay, so Prometheus, we've had this conversation before, maybe, but I love Prometheus. I hated Covenant. And like, he did Covenant, and I'm like, what is this piece of shit? And then afterwards, he's like, yeah, so the Alien IP's exhausted. There's nothing more to do with the Alien. You know, I've done it all. And it's like, screw you, Ridley Scott. Go back to like being obsessed with like birthing scenes, you weirdo, and let us play with Alien on our own. We don't need you.
I actually talked to some special effects guys in real life, which worked in Covenant.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, they wanted to get back to Giga's original Alien, design-wise and everything.
Yeah.
But Scott said, no, it's not scary enough. We need to update it. And that's one of the main reasons, or one of the few key pieces where we all think, oh, he knows better than this now. It's like, dude, you're old.
Yeah, get over it. Like, it feels like kind of like him resting on his laurels. He's like, hey, remember that amazing thing I did in 1979? Do you remember how like transformative that was? It's like, sure, dude, but that was 30 years ago. Wait, no, 40 years ago?
I mean, Blomkamp might have fucked it up with Alien 5.
I don't care. I want to see it. Let him try.
Yeah, absolutely. We all would have liked to see it. This would have been the thing we all would have liked to see in the end.
Like, even if he fucked it up, the creature design would have been amazing. The like mechs and tech would have been amazing.
Absolutely. I'm such a fanboy over all the concept art.
Oh, I'm just a fanboy of Blomkamp.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I'd watch him like direct painting a wall white. Trying to think of something boring. I'd watch him direct a car commercial. Although I haven't seen his new film yet, saying that.
Well, the reviews were almost universally bad, weren't they?
Show me a movie that he released other than District 9 that had good reviews.
Absolutely.
I still enjoyed them.
Yeah. Have you seen Dune? Dune yet?
Okay, listen. I was going to say that. That was the next thing I was going to say. I'm going to see Dune tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay! I'm so excited.
Let me give you some spoilers. Wait.
You bastard!
No,
listen, I have managed to keep myself completely spoiler-free of Frank Herbert's novels that came out in the 70s, so don't you dare... No, that's a lie. I've seen The Lynch, I've read the book, but we shouldn't spoil it for anyone else.
And it wouldn't be... Actually, it wouldn't even really be possible to spoil too much, because it's very close to the book, so that's all I'm going to say.
Nice.
I was going to say, like, how can we spoil a film that's already been made? Is a book that's been around for quite a few years, so you can't really spoil it for someone.
Listen, Flynn. People get mad about the dumbest shits. It's like, you spoiled for me. It's like, why? What? Get off your ass and find out. Read the book, watch the old movie, watch the TV series, do anything. Whatever. I hadn't read it till very recently. The book.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I did a lot of Star Wars reading when I was a kid and was not introduced to Dune by my like friends.
You're a snob, aren't you? When it comes to your reading?
Only when it comes to Games Workshop. I'm a snob when it comes to reading Games Workshop. I'll read anything else. Yo, listen, I just finished Red Rising. People were telling me to read this series because they're like, oh my god, it's like The Expanse. Oh my god, it's like 40k. Okay, it is kind of like 40k. In that there's this race of people called Golds that are basically just like Space Marines. And then they take a guy from like a lesser race and they genetically engineer him to be one of these Gold Space Marine dudes. so that he can be
Okay.
like a plant and like start this rebellion. I'm not spoiling anything. It literally happens like the first chapter of the first book. But yeah, it is shit, man. It is not a good book. But I could not put it down. I read all 5 of the current books that were out in like a couple of months because
Okay.
it was entertaining. So I'm not a snob. Not about everything, at least.
So read The Wall Against the Guitar.
Oh, I started.
Really?
Yeah, you sent it to me that time. I started reading it. I just haven't finished it.
Yeah.
But I barely
Okay.
started. Like I read the first few
Awesome.
chapters.
Glad to hear it.
Because yeah.
Did you read Hyperion?
Hyperion. Tell me more. Oh, is that the book by the dude who wrote Martian?
No.
What's Hyperion?
Look it up. Do
Okay.
it now. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I'm thinking because I'm just rereading it like after 30 years or something, and it's as good as I remembered it.
What's that one about? Sell me on it.
Oh, God.
Give me your pitch.
Please Google it. Please Google it. I can't.
You're the
I
worst.
can't even start to explain it to you.
Have
but
you read
just-
The Expanse?
I started and I didn't finish it. Sorry.
Because that one's pretty good. Although it gets
I know, I
better
should.
as you go on.
Everyone says so. I should. I absolutely should. I have even watched the series
Oh, you have.
after
Okay.
season 1. I tried season 1, but for some reason I got stuck.
Season
makes-
1 is sticky. They get better after season 1, but
It makes me mad because everyone says it's awesome and I haven't watched it. It really makes me mad.
so Hyperion by Dan Simmons, is this who we're talking about?
Absolutely, yeah. That's it.
1989 science fiction novel.
You will love it, I promise.
Okay.
It's your thing.
It won a Hugo Award. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool. There's a city in this shitty book that I just read, Red Rising, called Hyperion.
Okay.
Maybe it's based on his.
Maybe.
Yes.
Before we get any further, I just want to applaud chat for working together for this proper joke. Because we're talking about Junior Ghost, Peter Hampton's gone, spoiler, there's a lot of sand. It's coarse and rough. Norman
Ah,
Egan pops in with, I don't like it. And then Tom Wilson has gone, and it gets everywhere.
ah.
What is this from?
It's Star Wars.
Oh, fuck.
It's usually the quote which demonstrates how bad George Lucas' writing was for the prequels.
Oh.
But I would disagree to an extent because what Anakin means when he says it is not, I don't like sand. It's you grew up in a rich environment and you were spoiled beyond anything, my dear partner. But I was poor, I was a slave, blah, 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 blah. That's what he was trying to say, but it just doesn't come across very well.
Okay. Nora and I watched Star Wars recently because she hadn't seen it before, and she
Okay.
liked the old ones. She didn't like the prequels.
Yay!
We
for
didn't
her.
even watch The Phantom Menace. We only
She's
watched
awesome.
2 and 3.
But
She's awesome.
what about the sequel trilogy?
Oh yeah, we watched that. She thought that was dumb.
Yay!
Although she also liked God, I did this wrong with a friend of mine, and no wait, I did it with you guys, didn't I? I always get it wrong. What's the one with angry old Luke?
Oh, it's
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, the worst one.
Which?
The worst one.
The
What's it
Last
called?
Jedi.
That's the second of the sequel, whatever's one, right?
Yeah, that's Angry Luke.
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah.
like. That's the only one I like. That's the best one.
What?
Yes.
Oh no!
It's interesting.
Please.
It's different. It's not the same bullshit of, oh, you're this person's son and this person's daughter, and that's why you're. It's actually interesting and actually different. I loved it.
Don't do this to me, please.
I loved it. When she went down into like the dark cave, and then like there was like hints that she was gonna be like a gray Jedi, and it wasn't just all like dark side, light side. I was like, yes, give it to me, and then they just threw it all out the window. I'm like, oh fuck this.
Let's not discuss it right now because this is going to be a dark path we don't want to go into.
True. That's a good point. I said before, I think it was on stream. I'm like, I don't want to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, Rogue One is also very good. I like Rogue One.
Let's agree on that.
Have you heard of the machete order of watching?
No,
Star
we
Wars
watched them in the
films?
machete. That was how we
Yeah.
watched
Oh, I
them.
haven't. What's it?
The machete order. So you watch episode 4, then you watch episode 5.
Yeah.
No, you go Rogue One, episode 4 now. Then you go episode 5. Then you go to.
I don't think
3.
Machete Order has Rogue One in it. I mean, you
the
can do
updated-
that, but did they?
The updated machete order has it now.
Okay, well, I don't know that we watched. Well, I don't know. Maybe we did watch it in that order. I can't remember.
The original machete order doesn't have Rogue One because it was written before Rogue One happened.
Okay.
Okay.
But it normally goes 4, 5, 2, 3, 6.
Yeah. So the idea with the Machete Order is that everyone and their brother who has paid any attention to like pop culture in the last whatever 40, 50 years knows the expression "Luke, I am your father" because it's been like copied and parodied everywhere. But the idea with the Machete Order is that you have to if you're watching Star Wars for the first time, you need to find out that Anakin is Luke's father in episode 5, not in episode 1, 2, or 3. Because there's it ruins the the cinematic moment. Yeah, so that's what the Machete Order is predicated on, that you need to do like the original experience of 4 and 5 to get the payoff of Luke, I am your father. Then you need to go back and understand why that matters. Like who was this Anakin dude, and like before he became Darth Vader, and like what's his deal? And that's what episodes 2 and 3 give you.
Nice.
But you don't watch episode 1 because episode 1's bullshit and it doesn't give you anything.
Certainly.
Yeah, so that's my understanding of the Machete Order. And we did it in that order, and it was pretty good. And it also kind of like makes sense because you have a bigger gap between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi for Luke to like go away and become like super badass Jedi dude.
Yeah,
you're watching 2 other movies.
So shouldn't we talk about 40K today?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about?
I have no idea.
Oh, I had a thing.
Well,
Flynn?
I was gonna say like I'm waiting for the Astartes animations to come because one of the preview ones he did was he had a set of Marines fighting against some Tyranids.
What?
So,
Astartes did one with Marines fighting Tyranids?
So it was like a little trailer sort of thing of what he was working on before he went and jumped in with
Oh no, is this gonna make me buy Warhammer Plus?
So I don't know if it's on there, but also
it's not. Astartes is not.
It's not there yet. But the one that's on there at the moment, the one for the Blood Angels, I can't remember the name of it.
Death and Blood and Glory and Steel and Dark
Whatever
and Skull and I don't know.
The-
Blood and Iron, Blood and Glory, Blood and Glory, Gory Iron, Iron and Glory.
The way they've done the Gene Stealer, I actually really like it.
Really? Because they had a preview where they were fighting Tyranid ships, and the Tyranid ships looked like they were made out of wood.
Because the Tyranid ships are based off the Battlefleet Gothic video game.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the design. It was the animation. There was no organic, like, moving parts or anything. It was just like it was as if all the organic bits of a Tyranid ship were just like made of steel.
Oh, no spoilers, but they actually improved upon that in the actual episode where they showed them.
Really?
Yeah,
When everyone was like,
more
"This
movement.
animation's shit. Astartes is way better." Like, oh fuck, we better go and fix this.
But Astartes was basically going to show them up.
They
Didn't
did.
take them in, and all the other ones. Astartes would have shown them all up.
They did. Like, I remember vividly that the day that the Blood and Death and Glory and whatever the hell preview was released was the same day that one of the Astartes episodes came out. And it was literally like, you point at one, you point at the other. You're like, this is done by a fan. This is done by the IP holder.
Yeah, no, this is done by one person. This is done
Yeah.
by a team.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's just.
Anyway, that'd be really. I'd be down to like see some Astartes level animation with Tyranids. That could be cool. I'm still not going to get Warhammer Plus, but
The thing that reminded me is someone posted it on Instagram today.
Yeah.
And it was saying it was the tag they had to it was New Yorkers fighting off rats on their way to work. It was.
Okay.
I can't remember who posted it, but it was
Yo, Mama Negan did like
brilliant.
this crazy like meme recently that she posted. You got to go check that out. Like, I think she was taking the video from The Incredibles, and it was like focusing on like how old some Games Workshop models are versus how new the Primaris are. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yo, how satisfying is this? Like, this is some Lego level shit. Like, you got this one, you got this one. You got a little gap here. Take them, slide them together. Boom! Bob's your uncle. God.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I guess I
Yeah,
could
it's
not
the.
even glue these, but whatever.
Oh yeah, I've got. I didn't glue it together because it just makes it easier to store it.
Yeah, shit. Well, I've already glued a bunch of them.
So Nick, where's this part from the bunker?
It is so I think I don't know that Games Workshop is selling it anymore, but I got it at my friendly local gaming store. It's a Kill Team box. They did these Kill Team boxes with like different like battle zones or whatever. And this one
Okay.
is the Kill Zone Sector Fronteras. It's an environment expansion, but it's from last edition of Kill Team. But I just really like the design of these bunkers, and I think they might have been released in one of the Kill Team starter sets or something. But just like the walls are so chunky, and I can't explain it. I just really think it's cool.
Interesting.
And they're not super tall, which I also like. What I was gonna. Oh, go ahead, Flynn.
I was gonna. Mama Negan said it was Megamind, which was the meme they used.
Okay.
And Mitt Hampson's asked if you want to see a good Tyranid ship inspiration and also a damn good 6-episode OVA. I will once again recommend Gunbuster.
Okay.
I gotta get on
The
Gunbuster.
the monsters are basically bioships.
Gunbuster.
Yeah.
It's an anime.
To the
Okay.
list it goes.
What?
Before, I've got a list of everything you guys have recommended while we've been on
Oh,
stream.
do you actually have a list? I feel like you should send it to
Yeah.
me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not
damn, you're
that
smart.
much at the moment.
Awesome.
This is the joy of me being on my not sculpting.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. I
actually
don't
able to
write
type
anything
things.
down, so I'm glad you're writing it down. Once again, I posted this tip on Instagram, but in case you missed it, get a chisel blade. Anytime there's like 2 connection points close together like this, get your chisel blade in there, pop them both at once. It's so satisfying. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm gonna go see Dune tomorrow. I'm really excited. I'm going to see it with my really amazing Russian buddy, Evgeny, who way back in the day I made some comics and posted like Warhammer comics and posted them on my Instagram. Like around the time that Warhammer for Everyone came out, and a lot of people got mad about the comic that we made. Anyway, he's the guy who made the comics with me.
I like those comics. They were fucking hilarious.
I think I did another one where like everyone was complaining that Games Workshop was giving free copies of Blood Bowl to people or free copies of games, and like everyone on Warhammer Twitter was like, "How many followers do I need to get this? Oh, this person has like very few followers, and they got it." And it was like a comic of the Emperor like holding a box of Blood Bowl, being like, "Cry for me, peasants," or some shit like that. I don't know. Oh man, we did one about Abaddon too. Did I ever post that one? I don't know. It was like Abaddon's list of things to do, like with Cadia, and it was like that standard joke of, you know, like there's a list of like do this, and then question mark, and then prosper.
Yeah.
So
Profit.
Yeah, his was like launch 13th Black Crusade, destroy Cadia, question mark, and then the fourth one was profit. And he's like sitting there going like, Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just to give you an update on the signing the objective markers. Annoyingly, in the States, they're at a decent price.
Oh,
Anywhere else, They're just
Weird.
ridiculous.
Apparently they got a lot of them in the States.
Yeah. Like the UK, 90 quid for one of them.
Yeah, but can't the guys in the States ship it to the UK? Or to
Yeah,
Germany?
but it
What?
just to the UK, it's another 20 quid on top, and then tax, import tax,
Oh.
which so it'll work out roughly about the same.
That's annoying.
Like the little thing I sent you on Instagram.
Me? Marco? Who?
Yeah, 'cause I can't remember if you were interested in a specific inquisitorial scale model.
Oh, I probably am.
It's not the Kroot one.
No, I figured.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Bean Sealer.
Ah, I had one. I sold it.
You bastard.
Sorry, long time ago.
Whatever.
'Cause the one I found is actually a very decent price,
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
but it's States.
Oh, okay. I never thought that that model was particularly nice, and then you showed me the like original version of it, and I was like, yeesh, yeesh, god damn. It's not a nice model.
Sometimes when you see the unreleased versions, it's a bit like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see why
Yeah, I
that
can
one
see
got
why you didn't
released.
release that. Okay, right.
So who was the sculptor?
We don't know.
I
know?
don't know.
You know who knows? Bargeist. Bargeist don't know who the sculptor was.
Hi guys, do you know?
Always. I don't know if Bargeist is still here. Bargeist, are you going to do, if you're still here, are you going to do November this year? Have you got time on your schedule? Because I am very excited to see what you come up with. I mean, sure, Marco and Flynnhammer too. Yeah, whatever. But Bargeist, that's what I'm here for.
What?
Dude, have you looked at Bargeist's Tyranids lately? They put us all to shame.
I have.
He's the only one kind of working on them out of us lot.
Do you feel shamed?
I do.
As you should.
Ryan,
Because I've been neglecting Tyranids for like too long.
Hey. So does that mean you might do some Tyranids in November?
No. Maybe.
Oh,
No. I don't think
Bastard.
so. But next year I will.
Oh my god, next year. If we
Be
even
happy.
live that long.
Applaud the mighty Moloch. Whatever he does.
Sure, whatever. Hey, what about your Kroot that you told me you were going to do for Kroottoberfest?
Well, I still have 8 days. Like 9 days, haven't I?
Sure, but yeah, if you want to go down to the wire.
I have no choice. Because I have to finish those bloody night titles next week.
Oh, right, okay.
and Blitz has turned up.
Hey, Blitz Mechanica! Blitz Mechanica was also in possession of a Protoss Games Alien Queen that Peter Hampson was talking about earlier. Because Blitz shared the pictures of working on it. Actually, it was really interesting. He shared apparently the alien, the xenomorph models from Protoss. They are pretty much Kroot scale. Like you can put a Kroot arm on one, or you can put the alien arm on a Kroot.
Conversion idea you have.
Ooh.
Nice.
Even better Predator it will be. Hey, how cool are these? Look at these little Inquisitor chests. Like ammo chests that come with this kit. That'd be a cool little objective marker.
Or you could have some guardsmen carrying them as well.
That could work too.
Blitz said he's going to be doing a conversion of a Kroot this weekend.
Sweet. Just in time for Kroottoberfest. So I'm actually in like a really weird position now with my Kroot. I was saying earlier that I was feeling a little burnt out, needing to post about Kroottoberfest every day, so I stopped. But I cover your ears because this is not something I would ever say. I'm actually enjoying painting them a lot more than like converting them and sculpting them.
What?
What the hell is wrong with me?
What? You're getting old.
It's meditative. It's soft.
No.
I think your Siege of or Peach, whatever it is, teammates.
Definitely
will
not
be more-
Peach. Petch. I go with Petch.
I was going with Peck.
In German, it's Pech.
Is it really? In British,
It
it's
is.
peck. It's a joke in British, but I speak Canadian, so.
In German,
Bleh.
it means bad luck.
Oh,
Oh.
It does.
oh, that's interesting.
It pronounces Pech.
Pech.
Yes.
Pech.
Pech, exactly. It's the opposite of luck. You have luck and like Glück and Pech.
Oh, interesting. Do we? What? Wait, we don't have an opposite of luck in English.
Really?
No. You have
It's
luck
true,
and you have bad luck. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely.
面白い
In German, we have so much pech, we need the word for it.
Don't mention the war.
Best German word, Schadenfreude.
Yeah, everyone knows and
Yeah,
loves
yes,
that
yes.
one. Marco, are you aware of how obsessed the rest of the world is with that word?
Not really.
Yeah, the rest of the
I
world's
know-
obsessed.
I know it's known. I know it's known.
Yeah.
There's a musical called Avenue Q, which is basically Muppets for Sesame Street for adults,
Yeah.
Okay.
and one of them is how so many people know about the word is because they have a whole song about Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
yeah,
It's a bit like Zeitgeist, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's another famous one.
Yeah.
so I was just say that your siege mates will be a lot happier that you have your models painted by the time Adepticon hopefully rolls around.
Well, we don't even know if Adepticon's going to roll around. Yeah, but that's one of the motivators. If I don't have my models painted, I can't take them to the tournament, so...
Are they that strict at Adepticon that you can't?
Well, I would not take them to the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going there to win, to kick heads and win games. I'm going there to win, like, best painted.
Is my observation correct that competitive 40k has got much stronger recently?
Well, Games Workshop is supporting it more than they used to, I think, with their whole like meta watch and all that shit. Also,
Okay.
like with the internet, I feel like there's a lot more like battle reports channels and shit like that. And
Yeah. That's my impression, actually.
yeah, I think you're right. But I don't know. Like I've never been that involved with it, so I can't really. I don't have very good experience to comment on how it was before and how it is now.
Of
But
course.
maybe. Well,
What
it
you see is
probably there's probably a lull during COVID because only Australians were playing.
Damn those
Yeah.
Australians.
What are you saying, Flynn?
There's yeah, it's just like I've seen a few and you're watching them and it's like either one section's too long or another section is just I've tried to watch and stuff like they're good to be in the background and stuff,
The
but
battle
I'd
reports?
rather yeah, but
Yeah.
to be honest, I'd rather have something else. So like just anything like I've listened to like the Warham sort of D&D podcast sort of thing that they've done.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing. Some guys playing like Total Warhammer because they know a lot about like old like Warhammer stuff and just
Yeah.
watching that. Just like just general like while I'm doing modeling and stuff. But battle reports is just something I'm not really that interested because I think it's if you play actual games you'll be more interested in battle reports.
Yeah.
I'd only
Yeah.
click onto one of them to see have you got any converted models in there that I like the idea of, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, back then, like 20 years ago, when I was active already, there were no conversions. Conversions weren't a thing when playing
Yeah.
games. They just weren't there. I mean, there was the odd conversion for a showcase model, but nobody did any conversion for tabletop models. It's so funny
For
looking
tournaments?
back these days. At all. Nobody converted much stuff at all, or any stuff at
Well,
all.
they
for
were still
playing the
like showing conversions in White Dwarf back then.
game. Very few.
No, I feel like White Dwarf. Well, I don't know when you're talking about, Marco, but like when I got into the hobby in like the late 90s, early 2000s, I feel like there was a lot more conversions in White Dwarf, because that's part of what inspired me. And like even to the point where they showed you conversions in the 3rd edition Tyranid Codex. They have pictures of conversions, and they tell you how to do them.
Okay.
Yeah, so like that kind of stuff, I feel like got me more on the conversion train.
Interesting.
I remember in White Dwarf they also had like a section called Doc Butcher's Conversion Clinic.
I
Yep.
know I was in it.
Yeah. So it's like, I remember them showing it quite a bit when I was starting out, but it's kind of gone the other way now, I think.
It's the norm these days. It was the rare exception back then.
Yeah, it's the norm, I would say, for like people to do it. You don't always see it featured as much in Games Workshop stuff.
Okay.
Or if they do, it's their own studio team's stuff.
Yeah. That's true.
P. Anderson said, I maintain German makes everything sound better, like, I'm going to say this wrong, but Blumenkranz is German for flower wreath, but it sounds like the name of a battleship, at least in my ears. Still not sure how I know that.
Oh,
Awesome.
you should. Hey, Marco. What's the German word for roundabout? Like a driving thing?
Roundabout. Well, I have to look it up actually.
Oh.
Roundabout.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
Whenever Simon's GPS says it, it sounds like Kreisverkehr.
Ah, that's a roundabout. It's a Kreisverkehr.
Like, how good is that?
It sounds like you're summoning a demon.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just so Kreis is circle, like circle. And Verkehr is traffic. It's like circle traffic, nothing else. For me, it's like totally technical.
Yes, but German
Just
circle
more
traffic
efficient.
summons demons, apparently. It's just more efficient.
Just more efficient way of saying take the roundabout.
Awesome.
See, Marco, I don't know if you ever really realized this, but I think you've like ruined me for German for like ever.
What?
Because you were the one who set my expectations for what Germans should be. And all your jokes about being efficient, I'm like, oh yeah, German efficiency. It's such a big important thing, but who knows if anyone else cares about it but you.
There are so many inefficient Germans, you have no idea.
Okay.
But thanks.
So Colin Duffy has said hello and goodbye.
Oh,
He
Colin
can't stay
Duffy!
long,
Oh, Colin Duffy. Sorry,
but
buddy.
he has liked the stream as well. So guys, don't forget.
Please like and subscribe. Colin Duffy is a huge Tyranid collector. Huge. He actually lives near me here in Canada. And for a good long time, his Tyranids dominated the display cases at the local Games Workshop, just because he had so many painted. And I think he might have had like armor cast stuff in there and stuff. Like,
whoa,
it was amazing. He was holding down the fort at the local game. That was back when like our manager of our local Games Workshop was a little more like lenient. Like I had my stuff in display cases at the Games Workshop. Like when I would finish sculpting like a Tyranid, he'd be like, "Hey, you want to like leave it in the display cases at the store for a few days for people to check it out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." But now I think they only showcase models that belong to the staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shame.
It's too bad.
I think it does vary from store to store.
Yeah. We also had a situation here in Toronto where we had like a really bad person managing the store for a while. This was like years ago, but he was just not a reliable dude in general, and like models went missing, and like there was a time when he was like living in the store. Like he like kind of set himself up a workspace like in the back of the store where people are supposed to be able to game, and he was like, they found that he was like living there or something. It was a mess. Anyway, that was not the cool manager that I liked, but anyway.
Oh, so for some brighter stuff, PM just gone, I have some old white dwarves I got in an odds and ends shop. They had some really cool conversions in there. The Mordheim section had some really good cool stuff.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
I would have. I think I'm just thinking because I would love them to bring back something like Mordheim, but obviously they sort of tried that with the box that won't be named.
Don't mention the box that won't be named.
Obviously, it didn't happen, did it?
Yep.
So how's it called?
The box that won't be named?
Yeah.
It's called the box that won't be named. What kind of silly question is that?
Okay.
Well, you want to know what it's actually called?
Yeah.
Curse City.
I know. Why
Oh,
would you say it?
you jerk!
Oh, damn.
I thought you actually didn't
ruined
know.
it.
I thought you
You
needed.
ruined it.
Thought you needed me to tell you.
You fell for it. You should have.
I fell for it.
Yeah, I've seen some of the old stuff from Mordheim, like the actual troops, gangs, whatever you want to call them for it.
Yeah.
But some of the models, like the ideas behind them, look really good, and if they did bring it into like the modern sculpts and everything, I think it would really work.
Yeah.
So they may. I'm thinking because they're doing the old world, which I think is about 2 years away, supposedly
Do you think
now.
that's actually going to ever happen? I don't think that's actually going to ever happen.
Well, they've kept releasing like design work and everything, but what they've released so far is the maps and everything of where they're doing it. They've released some of like the pre-work for Kislev.
Yeah.
But the pre-work for the Kislev, I think they've also done it in tandem with Total Warhammer 3 because they've done Kislev as one of the first armies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So using both design teams to help and flesh out both armies makes sense. So instead of having that to do it with the Games Workshop guys and then having to go over to Creative Assembly or Creative Assembly do it and then Games Workshop have to do it, they've done it together. So it
Nice.
looks like it could work. And it's set, I think, around the time of the 3 Emperors in the history. So it's not set at the same time as the Warhammer Fantasy was before. So it's set about a couple of 100 years earlier.
Oh, I don't know anything about a Warhammer Fantasy, so sounds good. I know that Mordheim's cool. That's all I know.
Yeah, so it's basically you won't be able to use some characters. So your Karl Franz, your Archaon, and all these other characters, they aren't alive, but they're not even born yet. But like your high elves your elf characters, your maybe some of your lizard men, they're still alive.
Yeah.
Because they're around in the first place. Some of the most of the dwarf characters, they're not born either yet. So
I feel like the vampires have been around forever, from what Dwarfen just told me.
yeah, I think and they won't even have Nagash because Nagash is sleeping.
What? I used to play in the Warhammer Fantasy Battle tournaments for a long time, actually, when I was like between 20 and 25 years. I was always playing tournaments with my Empire and Beastmen armies, and it was a really great load of fun back then.
Nice.
Because the game was so much more tactical than 40k was, in my view.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wheeling, the pivot, the getting your guys into the right bit to charge into someone's flank.
Yes, absolutely.
Bit more tactical.
It was slower, the units were more ponderous, but it made for a more interesting game back then, in my view.
Cool.
Which is a pity because I always preferred 40k as the background, but Fantasy Battle is cool too. I also used to play Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay really back in the day, and it was so much darker than D&D and so much grittier and more grounded.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. I love playing it, but do you want to know one of the wackiest mechanics that could happen?
There's something with a giant shoving you in his pants?
No, not that. It's just to do with how you fleed from a model fled away. So I was playing with my dwarves. So obviously the dwarves are tiny little things that can't move very far. If they were to flee, you have to -1 from your dice roll because they don't want to give up their position. So what happened was someone did something which caused my dwarves to run, but instead of running backwards, they had to run sideways because I was on the left side of the battle table, and it was one of those games in stores where you had loads of different people playing. Everyone's
Yeah.
basically got their models ranked up next to each other.
Yeah.
My dwarves fled from one side across a 6-foot table all the way to the other, so they had space to actually finish outside of another unit, so they weren't touching
Shit.
them.
So they
So they
teleported.
basically they popped all the way out. So like I had
They used
my whole
tunnels,
dwarf army
dwarven tunnels.
just ran across the battlefield. So my dwarves moved further in that one running away than they ever would do in a normal battle, just by walking
Awesome.
straight. It's just some of the way they did it, because I wasn't finishing within an enemy unit, I was finishing within friendly units. You had to fully
Yeah.
move out of the way, but it pushed you into the next one and all the way down.
Oh man.
I think, as with many war games, of course, the mechanics can get quite stupid if you think about it too much. I still remember in one of the tournament games I played, um, one of my Empire cannons was shooting the big, strong vampire lord commander of his Manticore in turn one. Like, the cannons was really quirky, and this was a very unlikely result.
Yeah.
But if you guessed right and really, really lucky, you could make a good shot. And I just shot off the vampire lord of his Manticore on turn one, and the whole army collapsed because it was dependent on the vampire.
Oh god.
Of course, that makes no sense for a game to play like this, but it was good fun.
Nice. The weirdest thing that I had happen was because special characters were so powerful in second edition of 40k.
Yeah,
I once had my entire Tyranid army ranked, well, not my entire Tyranid army, but a very large section of my Tyranid army in spirals around the Dark Angel Master Captain whatever as Azrael. What's his name? Azrael.
yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. So like it was basically Azrael in the middle of this whirlwind of death where he just like shredded like layer after layer of my Tyranids, like working his way outwards. And I think
Okay.
eventually a Hive Tyrant got in there or a Carnifex got in there and took him out, but until that point, he was just having his way with them.
Funny. Okay, one more, because it brings us more on topic. I was having a tournament game in Warhammer World, and I think it was a grand tournament back then. And I was playing High Fleet Moloch Tyranids
Yeah.
against Dark Elder. And back then, the Dark Elder had a special object where you could hold part of your army in reserve. Like
The Webway
some
portal, you still have it.
Exactly. And the Dark Angel, the Dark Elder player was maybe a bit too bold with it and moved it into the middle of the table because this was his usual shtick.
Yeah.
And my Hormigons just rushed him in turn one, killed him, got the portal, and he said, "Okay, thanks for having those fast critters. The game is lost for me."
Oh, because he
Just
couldn't bring his army onto the board because the portal's
exactly
destroyed.
due to one unit of Hormigons.
Oh, damn. Yeah, because you have to deploy the portal.
Exactly.
Oh, shit. Man, you ruined that guy's day. Way to go, you beardy power gamer, you.
He was a good sport. Yeah, I had to use it Hormigons. What a power game I was.
Yeah.
No, he was good. He was a good sportsman about it.
Oh, good. I would hate for him to get sour because of his stupid idea.
Yeah, no, he was fine. Actually, he was complimenting on my vicious little critters after the game.
Your vicious little critters that eviscerated him?
Yep.
So Peter Hampson's with the wacky rules said if the Warhammer roleplay a long time ago he had access to the first edition book of that
Yep.
and read it religiously. Great stuff. Would love to play it. If you remember correctly, even a rabbit could give you infected wounds.
A rabbit? There were rabbits?
I think it's more a reference to Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, gotcha.
Did I say it was really grounded back then? Really grounded?
Very serious.
Is that Warhammer roleplay was a lot more crazy from what I've heard.
No, Marco was just saying it was grimdark and grounded, didn't he? Or were you being
Uh,
facetious? Were you
It,
joking?
it was
Warhammer.
both. It was one way. It was really grounded, gritty, and European, like not American high fantasy, but European fantasy.
Yeah.
But it was also really crazy at the same time,
Oh, okay.
like dark and full of dark and horrific ideas and things going on which you wouldn't find in a Tolkien book.
Yeah.
Games Workshop was such a hotbed for creativity back then. It's so amazing looking back.
Well, it was one of the first main like tabletop wargame companies, right?
Absolutely.
So if you wanted to do that kind of stuff, where else would you get to it? Like if you wanted to work in that field, that kind of thing?
But still, they had so many cool ideas and unique concepts,
Yep.
which nobody seems to come up with these days. Like so much stuff these days is regurgitated and always the same thing again and boiled up again. But back then they were so original and so unique.
Oh, I remember. One of the things that I thought we could talk about was the preview. I mean, it's not Tyranids, but it's kind of creaturey. This week of the new character from Warcry, the spider person.
What?
So if you haven't seen this, go on the Warhammer community website. I don't really want to pull it up right now because that's kind of a pain in the ass. But maybe I just should. One sec. Because I've said this before, but Warcry has got some really, really cool models that have come out since the game was released. They're all meant to be kind of like chaos, what chaos looks like when it's not the kind of standard chaos the word I'm looking for. Standard chaos forces that we're used to seeing.
Yep.
Like just
the
like
subsects.
yeah, like it's not just like Khorne and like Tzeentch and whatever. Okay, that doesn't look good there. Sorry, I'm just futzing. So I can get a preview window up. Let's see if I can find it.
So where is he on the Warhammer community side?
I'll go find him. I'll go find him for you. One sec.
Thank you. Thank you.
Warhammer.
I've got the link.
Okay.
I've posted the link.
Okay, I'll pull it from there. That's not what I want.
Marco, just go to the chat, our chat, and you'll see it there.
Thank you.
But I'm going to show everybody, including Marco.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh. Symbio Joe's turned up. Who's going?
Symbio! Good to see you, buddy. Sorry.
WTF am I seeing? Every day we stray further away from Tyranids.
Oh, I saw it. Thank you. I saw it.
Where the hell?
And Peter Hampton just said they had, for the Warhammer roleplay, they had stats for every single animal you can encounter. These were just genuine, regular rabbits, but their bites could give you a fatal sepsis.
I mean, realistic. You can get sepsis from anything, right? Where the hell is the share?
Well, but should a role-playing game
Oops.
take care of it? Should a role-playing game take care of that? I don't know.
Of sepsis? Sorry.
Yes.
I'm breaking things.
Squig plushies now.
Is there squig plushie? Oh, is someone asking for it? You mean?
No, there is a squig plushie. So you know how they've done the Nurgling plushie?
I don't know why
now
I'm surprised.
Squig plushie, but they're dressed up as a reindeer.
Oh my.
Okay.
There's one thing I'm kind of interested in is the Space Marine Chibi Advent Calendar. Now I know it's Space
Are you
Marine,
fucking kidding me?
Now this
Do not talk to me about how interested you are in the Space Marine Chibi Advent Calendar. I may be working on terrain, non-Tyranid terrain right now, but we do not have to endorse the Space Marine Chibi fucking Advent Calendar.
No,
God, that thing's such a waste of time.
The reason
Sorry,
why
can you tell
is
it's my trap
more
card?
for if you were to do a Death Watch army,
Yeah,
Why you would ever? Oh wait, Marco's doing one. Shit.
absolutely. Why you would ever?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
To make it more fun of deciding which, when you're building the Marines and stuff, to make which chapter, you have the bag of the Chippy Marines. You just pull out a Marine at random to be the Chippy Marine, to be the one you build
inspiration for which Marine you're gonna build.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's cute.
The-
It's cute.
It's a cute way of doing it. That's the only reason why I like it. It's the only reason.
only reason I would be interested in a plushie anything would be a Ripper.
Flynn, you just got fired by Symbio Joe. He's going to be taking over your spot next week. I hope you have something else to do because Symbio is going to be our moderator.
Finally.
Wasn't the protonid enough?
Chibi Marines, last straw. Yeah, okay, so the Chibi Marines were also previewed this week. It's an advent calendar. You know advent calendars where every day you get something different? Except every day is the same. Every day is a Space Marine. Oh, I wonder what delicious treat I'm going to get today. Psych, it's a Space Marine. Ooh, I got a Space Marine yesterday. I wonder what I'll get today. Another Space Marine. Fucking hate this shit.
Games Workshop in a nutshell, isn't it?
This is what happens when you buy Space Marines. Every time you buy a Space Marine, another Space Marine is born. Like rabbits.
Sorry.
The worst. Symbio Joe, I'm sorry I'm not working on creatures or Tyranids. I just I need a palette cleanser. And I friggin' love this little bunker thing from Kill Team. So I just had to build it. Because one day I might actually play Warhammer.
Ooh.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Blitz is that it was a Blitz said it'd be down for Chibi Nids.
That would be cute. Games Workshop. Wait, Chibi Nids. Oh my god, do I have the pictures? Someone drew Chibi Nids on Warp Shadow 1,000 years ago, and they were so good. I don't know where those files are. Oh goddamn.
You're not professional.
No, I'd have to go through the entire Warp Shadow folder structure, and I don't know if I feel up to that right now.
I think I know what you mean. Is it Grimdorable stuff?
Maybe? I don't know.
Because I think I've seen someone they've got like on Instagram Grimdorable. He does a lot of like.
No, this is really old. I don't know.
But it wasn't no.
Grimdorbles is the one with the Krieg.
Yeah, but I think he's done
him.
like a.
No, it was
done
someone else.
A Ripper he's done.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about this guy, this creepy guy. I've got him up on screen right now. He is the new he, she, it. I think it's a he. I think I can see a pectoral. No, there's no. Ooh, what the heck is going on with the chest? I don't know what's going on here. This is the new Warcry thing they previewed. First of all, the joke I made on Instagram is that this looks like a third-party Tyranid to me. Because I feel like when people 3D print Tyranids, they just have blades everywhere. They got blades on their blades, spikes on their blades, on their spikes on their blades, on their blades, on their spikes on their blades. And it's just a mess. So this feels like a mess, like the swords especially. But the rest of it's kind of cool. I feel like there's a lot of potential in this model to be cut up and used into many different other things.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why is my plastic glue is covered in plastic glue? I need to go find a rag.
That being said, dudes, have we ever talked about Hydra? Is it Hydra Forge, the Russian guy?
Hydra cast.
Weren't you on the stream when I reviewed his models?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, yeah. He sent me.
That was his Ustream.
When was it? Because I'd love to hear your opinion.
Oh yeah, that was a while back. That was like February or March. I can find it, but yeah, I made this guy.
Like a fucking year ago.
Yeah, I made this guy from his Tyranid warrior, Tyranid guard.
Yeah.
Because he sent me a couple.
I know. I've seen it.
So yeah, I did a whole review. I reviewed the Hive Guard and the Pyrovore stand-in.
Okay, so to cut it short, what's the general opinion on the range?
I think that his stuff is really cool. The only issue I have with his stuff are the legs. and I've tried to talk to him about it, but we haven't really connected on it. But he's open to like feedback. So
Okay.
the legs get a little messy. They're a little bit like I need to get a leg under here, but I need to bend it 13 times. But otherwise, I think his stuff's really cool. Like I love this lance, this bio lance that he created.
Yeah.
Of all his models, the one I love the most is the Tyrant Guard, just because it's such a unit, like the torso. Yeah, so I think of all the 3 third-party Tyranids, his are the best. Hold on, I gotta go get a rag. 1 sec.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. So like, I've got quite a bit of his stuff, and
Yeah.
his ones are great. Like he's released recently some quadrupedal warriors.
I know.
So I'm still in 2 minds about those ones. I do like them, but it's more of if I get them, I want to get a set of 9, just because I like to have the full size squads. And
Sorry, what's it?
it's I'm not too sure if I want to get them. Like his Hive Lord, which is his Neurothrope, I don't like because the way the head turns and the angle on the head just doesn't look right to me.
Okay.
But apart from everywhere else, like the detail on the sculpts and everything is brilliant. It's just the turn on the head I just don't like.
You still talking about Hydracast?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think he does. I like his stuff because it's not overwrought. Like I've seen, there's a guy who posts Tyranids on Reddit that he 3D prints, and they're okay, but they're very insectoid, and they've just got blades and spikes and horns everywhere.
Yeah. They've got one-page rules who's done his versions of stuff. Most of the ones he's done, I don't like. The only ones I do like are his.
Oh, I see the
what would basically-
Hormagaunts.
He's done loads of them. Like,
Someone did
the only-
Hormagaunts that are very like lithe and very like skinny. They're kind of cool.
I think that was Lynn's Miniatures.
Oh, is that the one that did the Hormagaunt bust?
No, I don't think that's the one who did the Hormagaun bust. There's Lynn Miniatures who's done some. The ones with one-page rules look more. It's more bestial than Tyranid.
Sorry, what is
So
this
they-
called?
One-page rules.
One Page Rules on Instagram.
Yeah. The other one's Lynn.
One Page Rules.
Yeah.
I feel like someone linked me to these. Nope, that's not them.
Yeah. I got the Shrikes, and they basically what are the Shrike ones? They look pretty decent, but everything else to me is just it doesn't have that Tyranid vibe to them.
Did they do it a while back? Because I'm seeing a lot of like fantasy stuff. Oh
yeah,
yes.
they did it a while back. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh. Ugh. The very chunky dinosaur.
Yeah.
Oh, and the guns are not good.
Yeah. That's what I was like. I liked the
The
Shrikes. 'Cause they
spores
were
are kind of interesting. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one blady spore that I'm kind of into. That's interesting.
The other one that's a spikiness is Lynn's Miniatures. Lins Miniatures.
These are okay. Like his heads are okay on the one page rules, but the rest are kind of yeah, they're very chunky. Oh god, they've got just like how do I do a missile launcher for a Tyranid? I know, I'll just slap a box on the side of a Tyranid and put some armor plating over it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they look kind of lizard man-y.
In the chat, Simba Joe asks if we can take a look at the Van Zar mech and how he can be turned into a Gene Stealer cult mech.
It's Forge World. I don't touch Forge World.
Why?
Says the man who was cutting up a Narlock 2 weeks ago.
Hey, that was a gift.
So why wouldn't you touch Forge World?
Because I've had too many experiences with their like quality control being shit, with them being expensive. I got to ship them to Canada. Like, okay, one thing that One Page Rules did that I liked is the Alien Shadowhunter. I guess it's like a Lictor version. I've got it up here on screen.
Okay.
It's a fucking cool model. That is a it's not a Tyranid, but it's a very nice alien. I think you'd like it, Marco.
How's it called?
So I have it on screen if you can see my YouTube.
Like I can see it, but I
It's
want
so
to look at.
small.
Yep.
It's the account is called. I'm just gonna send it to you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Perfect.
Yeah, I'll send it to you in a message on thing. Instagram.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There is one I saw the other day, which I think is a really good one for a lictor. So I'm just going to put it in our chat. So say if you want to.
Should I be checking
Okay.
Lynn's miniatures?
Lynn's miniatures, yeah, they're the ones that like they've got quite a lot of spikes to them. So it's like.
Sorry, how are you
everything is
spelling
drawn out
Lynn?
to a point.
L-I-N?
Linnns, yeah.
Lynn's. Oh, I think this might be the person who posts on. Yeah, this is the person who posts on Reddit.
Yeah, they're quite. Well, they're very spiky.
Yeah, they're super spiky and kind of insectoid, but like their flying tyrant was decent, I would say, but very spiky. I'm sending it to you, Marco.
Yeah. The wings I like, but apart
Yes.
from that, there's not much else I like to it.
Yeah. They're very spiky.
Yeah.
Like their Zoanthrope's kind of cool, but super spiky. Again, this is what I see when I look at this Warcry model that I've got up on screen. Just like spikes everywhere. So yeah, I feel like this Warcry model could be a source for some cool bits for conversions. I don't know that I would assemble it as is. I think it's kind of cool. It has 4 arms, and I love the idea that with Warcry they had like the snake people, and they have like the crow people, and then this looks like it's going to be the spider people. So that could be really neat. Wait, Marco, you're afraid of spiders, right?
I am.
Does this guy scare you?
Still am. Well, yeah, it does actually.
Oh, there you go. So it works. It's spidery enough.
No. Don't scare me, please.
Come on, you gotta get over your fear sometime.
The thing is, I've been traveling to the tropics often enough to have seen so many huge spiders there.
The real ones, yeah.
Yeah, the big ones, the really, really big ones.
I've never experienced those, and I don't think I could handle it.
It is weird because my girlfriend always has to catch those big spiders in the room where we sleep because I can't.
Yes, you've told us.
Yeah. But they are kind of fascinating. Yeah, they definitely are.
Marco, what do you think of those Tyranids that we sent through? The third-party ones.
Give me a second to look it up.
Sure.
Okay. Chasseur de Zeno.
Sorry?
For me, it's called a Chasseur de Zeno.
That's
It's very
that's
it's
the one
very
I sent
friendly.
through.
Whose is that?
I sent that one through in the
The
Discord.
Victor. Whoa, interesting.
Whose model is that from?
That is by some French guy on cults3d.com.
Oh, it's not on Instagram.
No.
Let me take a look.
I saw someone
Instagram
have a painted version that was on Instagram. That's where I found it. But
whoa. Mm. The Hive Tyrant is really impressive, I have to say.
The Lynn's one? The one with the
Yep.
insect wings, kind of?
A bit too spiky for my taste, and I know for your taste too.
Yeah.
But still very impressive.
Yeah. And I think they had like an alternate mouth on it or something that might have like a rebreather sort of design. I can't remember.
Okay. Good stuff. Ah, no, I got a site now. Okay. So why didn't you and Simon ever do something like this, Nick?
I don't
I
know.
know
We
I,
haven't.
I always try to make you.
Yeah, we haven't. Neither one of us has any experience with 3D sculpting, and there was a time when we thought about like casting our own stuff, but I don't know. Life got in the way.
And I do remember back then that copyright was a big thing, which people thought might be a big problem.
Yeah, they were afraid of it.
Yeah. Little did we know.
3D printers around the corner.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is a
Just
bit
look.
disappointing. I'm building this terrain, and there's like these upstairs floor sections that you can put in, but like it's barely enough for a model to stand on. Like it's tiny. And I'm trying to find like other configurations with the extra pieces they give you, but it's very, very little. This is just for like display, not for actual use. I don't know.
Oh, you mean the broken pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so you can have ruined, obviously a ruined part of it and everything. I had a whole idea back when, what was it, Cities of Death first came out,
Yep.
to actually make the buildings, but not half destroyed, actually make them solid, proper buildings, so you could actually have like a whole game within a city before it got shelled to pieces.
That'd be nice.
But obviously, that never came to fruition.
Too bad.
And terrain is something that's not really high up on the list for me.
Because you never play?
That, and also I did the Warhammer Conquest magazine subscription a
Oh,
couple of years back,
all models know.
and
Oh
you
no, it
get
does have terrain, right?
you get enough terrain in it, yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, but I'm all set now for terrain for the foreseeable future.
Oh, is that where all that terrain went? Like the stuff that no one could get anymore? It all went into Warhammer Quest magazine? The Sector Mechanicus and all that?
No, it wasn't even set to Mechanicus stuff that went. Some of it was the objective markers from it, but they didn't put in the Gene Stealer in the tube one.
Oh, bastards.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this one's too cool. We're keeping it for ourselves.
But they even showed it in the original image of coming with the Gene Stealer in the cube, in
Oh,
the
no.
tube,
Oh, no.
which is the worst bit for it.
Yep.
But the one thing you can rely on is with the magazine, if it's a really good issue,
Yeah.
like cost wise, someone is going to buy them all up in a shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's shitty.
It's, to be honest, I kind of did it myself for one of the
Oh,
issues.
wow, you're pretty
They had-
shitty.
But I had two there. I got one for myself and one for my brother
Yeah.
because it was one of the limited characters models for it.
Yeah.
So if I'm buying it for myself and I'm buying it for someone else, I'm not feeling that bad. But if I was just to buy it for the sake of buying it and then selling one on, that is the shitty way for it. It's basically scalping, but even worse because you're getting a character model which could cost 15 to 20 quid normally
Yeah.
for half the price.
What
And
was
then
the... So they had limited characters that were only for the Conquest mags? Like, it wasn't like they took a limited character that was available somewhere else and they slapped it in Conquest mag. Like, it was... What?
Yeah, they've done it for 3 different ones. So the first one was Lieutenant Calcius, so it was a Primaris lieutenant.
Sure.
The Mortal Realms one was a Stormcast Eternal female character.
Yep.
And then this one was a Primaris captain for
Yeah.
this year's one. So it's more of to get people to try and buy the magazine or get the subscription and to guarantee you get the model. But
Yeah.
the scout pushes basically get it, and he starts getting sold for 40 odd quid straight off the bat. Like
Wow.
the
Wait, but can you get those limited models anywhere other than Conquest magazine?
no,
Oh, okay.
they're only in there. So
This is what I was wondering.
it's like the Catachan Kernel that got released in
Yes.
only things. When it first came out, it was going for 200 odd quid. I've seen one go up on eBay today for about 48 and wasn't snapped up straight away.
Oh, wow. That's good. So it's
Yeah.
available now.
Yeah. but it depends really on what you're after and stuff, because all those, well, I can't even call them scalpers because they were the actual businesses that needed to sell them for that high so they could survive.
Well, I thought some of them were doing like charity things. Like they were like, we're gonna
Yeah.
put this on eBay and then we're gonna donate it to some charity that's always about military veterans for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, Timo Joe just put in chat like it was $500 for the kernel on release at some places.
What? Holy crap. That's insane.
Because some places only got one.
Yeah.
And they'd rather use that to help pay for their bills.
Yeah.
Than just so they could keep afloat when they got back.
Yeah. Cuckoo bananas. That's what I have to say.
But you see it all the time with the scalpers will grab something, doesn't sell for a fair bit of time. But 4 months later, they'll drop their prices to roughly what it was or a little bit higher. So they don't lose too much on eBay fees of what they originally paid for the thing for.
Yeah.
You wait a month, they'll drop it even further.
This is why Flynn is an eBay master.
Yes. I have a very happy consultation for Ryan's miniatures.
What?
So I remember last week I told you about someone I found a model for someone. It was the Hormigant bust, and he was successful in actually getting it.
Oh, nice.
It's all the little last minute tips.
Nice.
Oh,
that's good.
Bid at the very end and always put an extra penny on what your top bid is going to be, because you might just be able to outbid someone by a penny.
Yeah, I feel like I practiced my eBay foo back in the day. And I mean, you can win, but you can also wind up paying a lot.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna win this, yeah. And then you're like, wait, how much did I just pay for that?
Yeah.
Not speaking from experience or anything.
Yeah, it's also fun. You can, if you know what you're doing, you can run someone else up on the bids.
Oh, that's just mean.
I know it's mean, but it's some sellers will have a second account because they can see what someone's top bid is and run you up on it.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah.
That's a
or they'll
dick
get their
move.
mate. They'll get their mate to run it up for them.
That's a dick move.
What? How can you see it?
You can't see it because obviously the seller is like everyone's information is protected and stuff, so you just see it like a code, like a
string of
letter,
characters.
Yeah. But you can see if the same person has bid a few times because their code comes up again.
But how do you know if that's the seller, if that's just someone who's into getting the model?
It's more of when you put the bid on. So I've done it in the past where no one else bid on it, put a bid on early on like a 99p bid and knew the model could go for maybe 20 odd quid.
Yeah.
Put it up for about 15. Straight away what happened was I was bid up to. So the person bid up to me to max out my bid straight away. Like it wasn't even, so I'd done it like £15 and a penny.
Yeah.
The person had put the bid on for £14.51p, so it would max my bid out.
Oh, so they like, and this wasn't at the end. This wasn't in that final bidding war.
Like, yeah, this was like pretty early.
That is sketchy.
So you know someone's trying to bid you up on the item.
Interesting. So do you do that often to just like test the waters? Like you bid early, you don't wait till the end?
Sometimes if there's like a make offer button on there, and if I want to get it, but I don't want to pay it for it straight away, because sometimes you do a make offer and the person goes, well, I want to get, I'm willing to pay 30 on make offer, and they want to get 60 quid for it. They'll come back with a 60 quid offer.
Yeah. You
try and go back, and they keep going up. You go like, if that's the case, no, I'm just going to put a bid onto it. So it means no one else can get the offer in.
Oh, wait, I think I hear a Hydra.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How you doing, buddy?
Sorry I'm late.
No, I explained that you have a firefighter birthday in the morning that you need to prepare for.
Oh, yes.
It's okay, we're not even doing Tyranids. I'm like building terrain.
You are what?
I'm building terrain, because apparently I might actually play Warhammer.
And
I'm
I'm really happy to have my replacement going in because I'm going out now. Hi, Simon. Glad
Hi.
to hear you.
Good to hear you too. And
Yeah.
goodbye.
And goodbye. Thank you. See you next week, maybe a bit longer because I'm totally tired.
Oh, that's fine. Thanks for coming, Marco.
Thanks for having your time. Simon, you can do the great work now.
Yes, I do the great work.
See you later, guys. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
See you later, man. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye bye.
How goes the
in,
preparations, Simon?
Sorry?
How go your preparations?
I'm printing the last things and then we are actually done, I think.
Oh, good. I don't know if I said it on the call. I think I said it on the call before we started streaming, but yeah, Hydra is not with us this evening because he's a very intrepid individual and he's organizing a birthday party for his eldest. And whenever his wife said, "Hey, we should buy this," he said, "Oh, I can make that." Which seems like famous last words.
Yeah. And yeah, we made 2 cakes.
Wow.
2 cakes and a bunch of muffins, and I have to say that these 2 cakes are probably the best cakes I've ever made.
Oh, great! Congratulations.
No, it's let me correct that. The best cakes we ever made. It was great team job,
Good.
teamwork. But yeah, one is a firefighter car,
Yes, a truck. Or
a truck, yes,
Yeah.
and the other one is a I don't know, volcano thing that's being extinguished by a Playmobil firefighter.
Amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the love work from tonight.
Did you sculpt anything for the occasion?
It felt like sculpting, covering the fire truck in red coverage.
Oh, icing?
Yes, icing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never did icing before, so it was rather experimental, but we're rather happy how it all turned out.
Good. Happy to hear it. Yeah, icing
Yeah.
is not anyone who's never done icing before. You think green stuff sticks to your tools? Wait till you mess around with icing.
Yeah. It is. Well, I'm really. I'm happy how it turned out. There's always
Good.
things falling off, and I've sworn a lot. Especially, I built a ladder from like chocolate sticks,
Yeah.
and I glued them together. And I first tried to glue everything onto the thing, and it all fell apart. It was like working with plastic glue again.
Oh no.
Like when you're building too fast and everything falls apart.
Yeah.
And so I cursed myself and said, "Well, you have been doing stuff like that since way too long. You should know how this works." And then I built everything aside and let it cure. And when I put it into place, it all fell apart again.
No. Damn it.
Yeah, and I'm just glancing over to it and seeing that there's still parts falling off again. But that's how it goes.
Well, hopefully the parts are falling off the thing that's on fire, because that might look like it's supposed to happen.
No. Sadly, it's the fire truck thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
When what you missed at the beginning of the call is we were actually talking about like mental health and like how wargaming can contribute to your mental health and like people being partners and whatnot being accepting of our hobbies and cool stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, Zena.
Ah,
What
do we call her? What's the cow from
I don't know.
No, her character
so-
from Thing. From
Yolanda.
Warcraft. Yolanda. Your lovely partner Yolanda.
Yeah. Well, she said that we should get things done earlier. So I should be able to stream tonight.
Oh,
And,
Yolanda. How nice.
She was really positive, and I was like, I'm not so sure. We have so many things to do, and yeah. And I think what broke my neck was building up. The little man is getting a police station from Playmobil.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Lucky little man.
Hang on. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Okay.
Can you say hi to Yolanda for me?
Yeah, she's gone. The little ones are sleeping not very well.
Oh, no.
To make things easier. Yay.
Ah.
So he's getting this police station, but it's secondhand, and apparently there are more parts in it than it should be, and it doesn't come with a manual.
Is it
And
secondhand?
yeah, and I was building this thing for ages, and
This is
because
Playmobil?
probably, yep,
Fuck, I love Playmobil.
it's so cool. It scales up so well with those Star Wars toys.
Oh, good. Did I ever? Oh, yeah, we used GI Joes. We played. We used our Playmobil sets to play with our GI Joes. Like we had a. Ever tell you the story about how we had a German nanny when we were little named Henrietta?
No.
Good German name. And I can't remember exactly how it happened, but it was something like she was our nanny for a summer or something, and then she went back to Germany, and then she was back in Canada like around my birthday. And I still remember looking out the front window of my house, and all of a sudden she was there, and I was like, oh, what is she doing here? She's supposed to be in Germany. And then she came with this giant Playmobil pirate ship, and I was like, oh, you are the best. So yeah, it was amazing. I was blown away.
Her name will be remembered forever.
Yes. Certainly.
Nice.
I don't know. Can you see my screen right now?
No, but since we're not going that long, I'm just switching on YouTube. Give me a
Because I wanted to ask your opinion on a model that was previewed by Games Workshop this week. I don't know if you saw it, but I have it up on screen.
Opinion is good. Let me. Oh. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you see it?
Face.
Yeah, Spider Face. Tell us how you feel about Spider Face.
Oh jeez. Hang on. I cannot hear a thing. Give me a sec.
Oh, sorry.
What am I doing? Weird things. Okay. Now I'm back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your opinions on Spider Face?
Well, I like the front. No, I like the back.
Yeah.
The back of the head.
Oh, yeah.
Because that looks like something really creepy.
Yeah, it gives me facehugger vibes.
100%, yeah. The front is probably, I think I'm distracted by the yellowish paint job.
Oh, we gotta wrap up. Okay,
Is he gone?
I don't know.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Nora
yeah,
just jumped in. I gotta call the stream soon, but she was asking me about. I need to get her some stuff. Can you guys chat? You guys keep chatting. Tell me about the spider, Simon. I'm just gonna go mute.
Yeah. Tell me about the spiders, Daddy.
Well, I have to admit that it was in the first moment it was like, ooh, it has 4 arms. That was joyful. I'm not sure what is. I'm not sure. I'm confused by the head. It looks like it has been ripped off by a spider and stuck to the person's face. But yeah, I'm absolutely not sure. But aside from that, because I figure once you have that miniature in your hand, that will be sorted out quickly. I think it's a pretty brilliant miniature, aside from the design of the weapons, because you know, it looks like
I'm with you on that.
the can openers of doom.
This is why I asked Simon for his opinions. He's got the best descriptions.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I
I
can see
agree.
that it
Don't
has,
apologize.
but yeah, those weapons don't work for me. The pose is super cool. I love that he's mid-air and jumping and forward and everything, but as the mighty Moloch says, too many arms, too many directions, really hard to get them in line and work properly.
I think he's described as looking like ski poles, like falling down the hill and flailing your ski poles everywhere.
Yeah, sort of. Well, no, I think the problem is that it quickly looks static. So you have the super dynamic, super forward thing, but if you look at those weapons, they are all 90 degrees in the wrist
Yes.
angle.
Well, from this angle, at least, it looks like 90 degrees. I guess they could be slightly different, but who knows?
Yeah, but you know, I assume the miniatures like at least like a 45-degree forward jumping pose.
Yeah.
The pretty cool cloak, which I really like that it has hinted textures, like in
Yes.
different areas. Some areas are smooth, some are textured. That's pretty cool. But those arms, I know it's really tough to get arms like that to work. Like everyone who posed a Tyrant or a Tyrant, half Tyrant, knows that. But yeah, that's what I gotta say. Don't like the design of the weapons. They look, I don't know, can openers, and those arms don't work for me.
Nice. Thanks. Yeah, I agree. The weapons were my biggest problem with it. But good point about the like it all being very flat and not that dynamic. I didn't think about that. It's a good observation. Listen, I gotta call the stream because I didn't realize how late it was. And Nora is amazing, and Nora's made dinner, and she's like, "Hey, dinner's ready, but I need you to get one last ingredient." And I friggin' love Mexican food, and she's made salsa verde, which is like from her own green tomatoes that she grew in the garden. So I'm very excited about this, and I need to make sure that it happens and that she is pleased with her creation so that she creates more delicious Mexican food for me again. So I'm sorry, Simon, that as soon as you show up, I gotta call it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Flynn, any last words from the chat?
I'll go with Blitz Mechanica. Playmobil is expensive, and in regards to the food,
Nice.
Sibio Joe and Blitz have gone for the drooly face.
Nice. Yeah. Friends, I'm glad you all joined us. Thank you. Bargace was here earlier. What?
I said hi, Eric.
Oh, Eric's here. Yeah, metal beard face, metal beard fan, metal beard fave. I get it all confused. Symbio Joe, Mama Negan, Peter Hampson, Diana was here earlier. Bargace was here. Tom Wilson was here, I think. Who else was here? Flynn?
Mama Negan with the meme, which I don't think we got a chance to show.
Oh, yeah.
We might show next time. Diana was here earlier. So Colin was here.
Oh yeah, Colin. Colin's awesome. He's Toronto Colin.
Yep, and Diana? It won't let me go back any further. Yeah, Diana was here.
All right,
Seems
awesome.
Like
sorry, what was that?
What
was that, Hydra?
Seems like I missed some fun, especially seeing you build terrain.
Thank you for saying that's fun. It's probably not super fun, but whatever. I've enjoyed it. This fucking little bunker I love. I'm obsessed with this thing.
You mean the dice tray?
I should have left the roof off, or attached the roof in such a way that I could just pull it off to expose the interior. But I guess I could just kind of hit it and hope it pops out.
No, you just need to take some fly mesh and glue it from the inside against the windows.
Oh, that's cute. That's a good solution. I like that. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for participating in the stream. Hope you had a good time. I certainly did. and I hope you have a good weekend. I'm going. Oh, Hydra, you didn't hear. I'm going to see Dune tomorrow, so I'll tell you what I think of it. I'm super excited.
Ooh. That I can
Yeah, you
understand.
remember Evgeny, my crazy Russian friend?
Yep.
Well, he's not crazy. My awesome Russian friend. Yeah, we're going together.
Cool.
I mean,
That
our partners
sounds
might be
like
there
a
as
good
well, but
company
really
to
it's a
go.
mandate. Sorry, what was that?
Sounds like a good company to go.
Yeah, we have to bring our partners too, but basically him and I are going on a date, and they're just tagging along.
We have to bring our partners.
Yes.
Nice, and you should go before your lovely
Before
partner rips off the
I
head.
lose my partner for not being there in time for dinner. Okay, thank you all so much. Keep on hobbying, stay safe, and we will see you at this time next week.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Ending stream.